Who's good potatoes? Spin the leak here, and I woke up to some very pleasant comments on my last review. Not awake though yet. That being said, Defunct has actually, asked me for recommendations on horror movies, especially since it's the scary season. October, all that. Even though I'm American, and the scary seasons are tax season and election season, so at least one only comes every 4 years. Am I too tired to pull off jokes? I need help. Wait. Oh. Now, let me say this. I grew up watching horror movies. Not much scares me. If you are looking for something scary, though, I will always, always, always tell you to watch every Grudge movie ever made. In one sitting. I did it. It was fun. I have a story about that. As far as smaller titles, there's plenty of things I could point out. 31, without a doubt. Woo! That's a fun one. Nothing better than Midget Hitler speaking Spanish. The Jeepers Creepers movies, Lights Out. Specifically, I do like watching these three things. I do like watching the Feast movies. Like I said, it's early. Trick or Treat, the Feast movies, or The Wizard of Gore, the one with Crispin Glover. Bing. I do like pointing out those small ones just because Dimension Extreme is really great for October. But one thing that I have definitely been considering doing is getting one of these right before Halloween. There's nothing better than 30 films that could be good, could be bad, could be hit or miss. Watching one every day, and at the end, on the 31st, you watch quite possibly your favorite horror movie. That just seems like a fun way to celebrate October. But yeah, no, I've never really been terrified by movies. I think when I was little, I was terrified by Candyman and 13 Ghosts, which surprisingly was a comedy. That was one that scared me. That's embarrassing. Anyway, I've given a lot of small movies. A lot of them have, an entire series built around them. The main thing about horror movies and what makes them so fun is that you can just play around with them. There's going to be a lot of good ones. There's going to be a lot of bad ones, but you gotta start somewhere. When it comes to the horror genre, you have to be adventurous, which is why I recommend these box sets of, well-known B movies. That's why I recommend things that have at least a trilogy going. Now, you'll notice that I didn't want to directly talk about Halloween. That's kind of a given. The Halloween franchise, you're going to watch it. You're going to watch at least one movie. It's going to be playing on frickin' Fox. It's going to be playing on every other channel, movie channels specifically, like Stars, and there's probably going to be some big deal on it about Netflix or some shit. And I think the new Halloween is coming out soon, so people are going to be watching that. I don't really need to talk about that specifically. But if I had a number one recommendation, scary movies for October, as well as an honorable mention, just give me a second to think about it. I need to pick two. Alright, so my concrete recommendations, granted everything I've listed is valid, just for, I don't know, maybe a fun week, just watch every Child's Play movie. You cannot beat these as far as, just comedic value as well as actual content. They're all little treasures, even though they start getting funny and fucking ridiculous, but still, watch them except for maybe Seed of Chucky. I think it starts getting good again around Curse of Chucky. I still haven't seen Cult of Chucky. Now, if you're looking for a different type of horror, definitely watch I Spit on Your Grave. It's a very impactful movie. It's actually pretty traumatizing. Speaking of traumatizing movies, you want a different kind of horror? Watch Pink Flamingos. Not even, I don't think it was meant to be the horror movie or anything, but it's damn terrifying to watch. Anyway, go ahead and list your own recommendations down below. Any movies that you like watching on Halloween, maybe just your favorite horror movie, your favorite franchise. Maybe go ahead and tell me something that you do for Halloween, because trick-or-treating is pretty much dead. Umbrella Court. Like, comment, subscribe, keep on keeping on, and I wonder if I was making sense during this. I'm gonna watch the footage. If not, I'll have this as a fail.